Well, it's almost tournament time in NESCAC play, and I thought I'd take a few moments this evening to talk a little bit about the upcoming NESCAC tournaments, particularly as they impact Wesleyan teams at this point in the season. We're in men's soccer, women's soccer, and field hockey particularly. We are about 75% through our regular season schedule. But before we move on to those teams which will be eligible for the tournament, I just thought it would be important to quickly review where we are in football going into our fourth game next week against the Bobcats from Bates. And we are right up the top along with Middlebury Trinity at 3-0, and then Amherst and Bates at 2-1 on the season. So you can see Bates is certainly having one of their better seasons, off to a good start, and it's a big game for us coming up next week. As we look at the tournaments, our format in NESCACs are 8-team tournaments for field hockey, men and women's soccer. The top 4 teams get home seeds and play against the lower seeds at those sites, and then the winners go to the top seed for a semifinal and final four playoff format. Men's soccer have really certainly put themselves in the driver's seat here with some great victories over the last couple of weeks. Williams is actually in first place, although we've tied Williams with a 5-0-2 record. Right behind them, Wesleyan with a 5-1-1 record, and then Amherst, a certainly traditional homecoming opponent this year, at 4-0-1. And then in fourth place, Tufts and Trinity each have a 3-1-2 record. So you can see that the destiny of our men's team in soccer is really against teams that will be playing in the next 2 of the 3 weeks. We have games against both Trinity and Amherst. Amherst game at homecoming, and then Trinity the last game of the season on October the 24th. Women's soccer currently is in 8th place with a 2-5-0 record, but have a chance to make their way, come up the ladder a little bit when they have a chance to play both Amherst and Trinity over the next 3 weeks. Williams is in first place, Middlebury in second, Amherst is in third, and Hamilton, which is a bit unusual for them to be in the top 4 with a 4-2-1 record. Field hockey, with its late season surge that we're all excited about, now is in 4th place. Middlebury is in first with a 7-0. In fact, we were one of the first teams to score against Middlebury in field hockey. Trinity with a 6-1 record. Bowdoin with a 5-1 record, tied with Tufts, and then Wesleyan with a 4-3 record. So you can see that game against Trinity, the last game of the season, may make a big difference where we're going to fall, either close to 4th place, or we could drop all the way down into 7th place, depending upon how these late season victories take place. So you can tell all the fans of NESCAC teams are really watching these next few games so closely, and they're so important because there's such a small margin in terms of the number of wins between all the top teams in the conference. This is John Biddiscombe with a comment on Wesleyan Athletics.